Roswell UFO crash of 1947 is real. I've got breaking news right now that I'm going to read that proves that the Roswell, New Mexico crash of 1947 happened and was real and covered up by the government for all these years. Here is the exclusive story that was broken by Heather Wade, Midnight in the Desert, recently, just a couple of days ago. All right, Roswell happened. Breaking news. Top secret government document leak broken by Heather Wade of Midnight in the Desert confirms that the UFO crash of 1947 happened, and they found live and dead extraterrestrial beings or aliens, and the government covered it up. A flying saucer did crash in the desert near Roswell, New Mexico, and 4 dead aliens were found. And there are reports of one or two live aliens that were also found. And before the world's biggest cover-up began nearly 70 years ago, according to a recently leaked U.S. top secret document. The leak of top secret U.S. government documents from the Defense Intelligence Agency, DIA, confirms that a flying saucer or UFO really did crash at a ranch a few miles from Roswell, New Mexico in July of 1947. The DIA documents also confirm that alien bodies were recovered from the wreckage of the crashed UFOs. The documents, according to UFO researchers, provide vital evidence backing up claims that the U.S. government hushed up an alien UFO crash near Roswell in an incident that UFO disclosure activists have described as the biggest cover-up in history. Heather Wade, the host of the late-night paranormal radio show Midnight in the Desert, has obtained a 47-page DIA dossier containing an ultra-top secret report about multiple alien and UFO sighting incidents. The dossier includes a detailed 6-page report on the fabled 1947 Roswell incident. Wade said she obtained the documents from a trusted source that wished to remain anonymous. She immediately passed the documents on to the nuclear physicist and renowned UFO researcher Stanton Friedman, among others. Heather Wade received documents last night from a trusted source, reads a statement posted to the website of the Midnight in the Desert radio show. Heather Wade immediately had Stanton Friedman take a look at these documents. I have never seen anything like this. This is a new MJ-12 information, Friedman said. Stanton Friedman confirmed in a statement, I have concluded that these documents are 100% authentic, and I find no evidence of forgery or falsification. This is the real deal and the top story of this and the last century. The leaked top secret eyes-only report includes previously unknown details about how a flying saucer or UFO crashed on July 2nd and 3rd, 1947, at a spot in the desert about 75 miles northwest of Roswell, New Mexico, with the scattered debris covering an area of many miles. The report also details about how 4 badly decomposed alien bodies were recovered 2 weeks later at a site about 2 miles from the main crash site. So it looks like 2 crash sites. These documents confirm the initial statement released by the military authorities to media outlets in July of 1947 that a flying saucer had crashed at a spot near Roswell. The initial statement that the military authorities had discovered the remains of a flying disc or flying saucer in the desert near Roswell made the headlines on local newspapers, which you've seen on the internet many times, including the Roswell Daily Record. However, after the initial statement appeared, the The authorities issued a retraction saying that the crashed object was, in fact, not a flying disc, but a U.S. Air Force weather balloon. Yeah, right. So these seasoned veteran, World War II veterans went out there and they couldn't determine it was a weather balloon. You know, it was a complete fabrication. These men were World War II veterans, seasoned veterans, trusted and leaders in their field. They're officers. They saw a disc. They didn't see a weather balloon. That's what they reported, but they had to recant it because the government told them to. All right, going back to the story. However, years after the retraction, individuals claiming to be witnesses and whistleblowers began coming forward with astonishing stories that a flying saucer UFO had crashed near Roswell and that the military authorities tried to cover up the truth after recovering the wreckage and transporting it secretly to a USAF base. Aerial reconnaissance discovered that 4 small human-like beings had apparently ejected from the craft at some point before it exploded, the alleged DIA document reads. These had fallen to Earth at least 2 miles east of the crash site where the wreckage was located. All of the 4 alien crew members were dead and badly decomposed. Now again, that's reports that I've read, that's at the remote location, but I have also read reports that at the initial location there was live aliens. But we'll go on here. The report went on to say that more than 320 bits and pieces of wreckage were recovered. Well, there's a lot more than that. The pieces and the decomposing alien corpses were then transported to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Dayton, Ohio. Paradigm Research Group, PRG, a UFO disclosure group that is lobbying the U.S. government to end an alleged embargo on information about aliens and UFOs, confirmed in a press release that the documents were new and had not been previously seen by any UFO researchers. According to PRG, the documents were likely briefing documents produced by an alleged clandestine group within the U.S. government called the Majestic 12, or MJ-12. That's the group of 12 men that control all the top secret, super above black, ultra top secret things that happen in this world. And I've heard recently that there's actually 13. When they add the President of the United States in, then it's 13. But the initial people are the Majestic 12. Back to the story. Top researchers have examined this leaked document and have 100% confirmed the authenticity. The top researchers in the field that have determined this are the nuclear physicist Stanton Friedman, Richard Dolan, Colonel Kevin Randall, Graham Hancock, Philip Corso Jr., Linda Moulton Howe, Jesse Marcel Jr., and Art Bell himself. Careful and conservative Art Bell is a radio legend, and he is the creator of 3 of the most popular and highest rated late-night investigative interview shows ever. These shows, of which he is the father of, include Coast to Coast AM, Dark Matter, and the ongoing Midnight in the Desert that is now hosted by Heather Wade, but she is still closely guided and mentored by Art. Heather took over the show after Art Bell received death threats and was also shot at right on his compound while walking to his studio at night. Heather took over, and with the guidance of Art and Keith, has steadily built her confidence and is starting to become a great interviewer in her own right. I encourage everyone to be a Midnight in the Desert subscriber. You will have access to all of Heather's shows along with Art's old shows also, and it's a great deal for all the hundreds of hours of interviews and great content. And go to artbell.com for more information. And I threw that last sentence in myself. I'm a long-time Art Bell listener. I used to listen to Art Bell way back. I think I started in the late 80s, early 90s. And I would drive many miles out very late at night. I always listened to Art Bell. He was the greatest. And I'm not sure what it costs to become a subscriber, but if you get access to all of, not all of them, but a lot of the Art Bell's old shows, plus all of Heather's shows, I'm not sure what it costs per month, but I think it's less than lunch. I think you spend more on lunch for one day than you get than the cost of 1 month just to subscribe. And I think if you subscribe to more than 1 month, if you do it yearly, they give you a little better deal. But again, go to artbell.com and please subscribe to my channel here. Please like it and please share it. Get it out there. This is big news. Roswell 1947 UFO crash really happened, people. And you can believe this document. You can believe the original United States Air Force, Army Air Force veterans that saw the crash disk initially and reported it as such, telling the truth. And they were excited to do so. But then the government stepped in, shut it all down. All right, I'm shutting this broadcast down, and everybody have a great night.